Welcome, Kelvin Dale here, revealing how the Irish had an impact on helping shape the United States. We go now to the remarkable story of a young Irishman who rose from near poverty to die one of the richest men in America. His name was Alexander Turney Stewart, and his story is a good one, and it just might surprise you. Let's get into it. He was born in Lisburn, Ireland, in 1803. His father died before he was born, and his mother abandoned him by leaving for America soon after. Raised by his grandfather, young Stewart inherited about £50 from him when he passed away. £50 would be about $7,500 in today's currency. At the age of 20, Stewart took that money and bought a one-way boat ticket to New York City. That was the seed money that would eventually become a fortune. Arriving in New York City in 1823, young Stewart opened a small dry goods shop that sold imported Irish lace and linens along with other hometown necessities. It was called the A.T. Stewart Dry Goods Store. It wasn't fancy, but his business grew with his new ideas in retail. Up to that point in time, retail stores priced their goods 2 and 3 times above their market value, because it was customary for customers to negotiate the price that they would pay for goods. Stewart thought this was a very inefficient way to serve the customer, so there were fixed prices on everything. What the price says is what one would pay. This had never been done before. Additionally, he offered no credit. All purchases were cash sales only. This was revolutionary at the time, and it worked. By 1846, Stewart built America's first department store that he called the Marble Palace, shown here on Broadway. It originally had 4 stories and a basement, with all of them showcasing products for both his retail and wholesale business. A 5th story was added a few years later. It was the largest retail store in the world. It shined bright and white in a city of brownstone apartment buildings. The store became a magnet for particularly the female shoppers in New York, as well as for visitors who wanted to experience something new, a store that became a tourist attraction. In 1862, he built the Iron Palace on Broadway, but in a larger location further uptown. This new multi-story shopping experience stretched an entire city block and became the retail heartbeat of the nation. The operation housed 2,000 employees, serving 30 different departments. Stewart even built mail order operations and European warehouses to feed American demand. His stores drove 10% of New York's imports and made Stewart a legend in his own lifetime. But he wasn't just a merchant. Stewart built hotels, a working women's residence, and whole neighborhoods like Garden City, Long Island, a pre-planned community that he developed specifically for people who commuted into New York City by rail. He also gave freely to the poor, while quietly pinching pennies on his own business waste. By 1876, when Stewart died in his marble mansion at 5th Avenue and 34th Street, his estate was worth $50 million. Adjusted for today, that's about $1.3 billion in today's U.S. dollars. Not bad for a poor Irishman who came to America with a grand vision. The great marble mansion that he left behind as his personal residence was one of the wonders of New York. Its halls were lined with statues and paintings, its rooms filled with marble columns, silk chairs, and crystal chandeliers. European palaces were jealous, yet for all that splendor, Stewart and his wife Cornelia rarely entertained. They preferred quiet grace over public show. Where did this trail of discovery take us? It led us from the cobbled streets of Lisburn, Ireland, to the roaring avenues of Manhattan, New York. A young Irish lad who became an American titan of retail, who paved the road for future companies like Walmart and Amazon. Yes, Irish-born Alexander Turney Stewart truly transformed the landscape of American business. Thanks so much for watching. If you are Irish, your roots are from Ireland, or would like to be among the honorary Irish, you're at the right place. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, click on the notification bell, or even leave me a comment. Until next time, keep that Irish twinkle in your eye.